Hi, this is Tim Riley, here to introduce you to a very new and special online course available through the Jesuit Virtual Learning Academy called Ignatian Discernment, The Art of Finding Your Way. This course has been designed by Seattle University's Matteo Ricci College, and as such will avail 5 college credits at Seattle U and earn students eligibility to apply for this special humanities college that offers a full bachelor's degree in 3 years. But why the course? Look for a minute into your rearview mirror and answer this. What percentage of the suffering have you and the people around you endured over the past few years that you would honestly say was spawned by poor decision making? I fear a fat percentage if you're like myself. And why does this happen? We make mistakes and we learn, but it seems, does it not, that some really poor decision making becomes habituated and patterned? That despite the suffering and the long-term unhappiness, we tend to kind of keep doing the same things over and over again? That's weird. Is it fear? Some out-of-whack hope that we'll win the favor of our peers? Something else altogether? How does it happen that certain people seem more impervious to that foolishness? Some teenagers and adults seem more genuine, secure, and wise in their decision-making, so happy with their choice of work and friends and the service causes they're passionate about. What do they know that others don't? To answer these, we have to come to a deeper understanding of ourselves. And it's a large part of our discovery, that great mystery that it is to be human. How can I learn the habits of discernment that lead to my lasting happiness? It's really the central focus of this course, not typical academic pursuits, but foundational to humanities education Jesuits have been famous for. The first week, we'll spend a lot of time just becoming community, meeting each other and so on. And we'll work our way to the starting line of the guts of the course, which is, who am I really? Large question. Any good psychological or spiritual journey begins there. Week 3 asks, why it's so hard to really be and express who we are. We feel a lot of pressure to hide ourselves at times, and I wonder if some of those pressures that encourage us to hide could also be encouraging us to do things we don't believe in now and then, or not to stand up and do things we do believe in. One of our most intense desires is to freely be and express who we are. This is one of the hallmarks of good spiritual maturity, and that's the subject of week 4. On his way to founding the Jesuits, Ignatius went through an odyssey of trials and triumphs, and his brief autobiography will prompt us to consider our own unfolding stories as journeys to our highest possibilities. We'll begin charting some milestones here. Sorting out his various passions and impulses, he realized that not all of his inclinations were really steering him into deep happiness. Some left him feeling empty and lost. Wouldn't it be great to be able to tell the difference? To fast from the things we do that drain life out of us and to feast upon the things that give us life? That's what's meant by becoming free to love, this passionate indifference. Freeing ourselves from the attachments or obsessions that we have that have become imbalanced and that fail to bring out the best in us. For those of us feeling stuck in some ways of being that aren't really working well, this week offers some hope for that. The core of the praxis and meditation that goes throughout the course is here, learning to attend to the inward movements of our spirit that always want to grow and become rather than to stagnate. These exercises or rules of discernment are ways of coming to deeper awareness of who we are and who we're becoming, what our central life compass or North Star will be. Once we know these, sound decision making gets easier. In our last 4 weeks, we'll be challenged to look more deeply into the truth of our world, which cannot evolve or heal otherwise. What are some of the causes of suffering so many members of our human family endure? What role do we play in maintaining that status quo? How do certain great souls we study and admire come by their great shift in heart to do the exhilarating work of building a better world in their own creative ways? Dorothy Day was a great journalist and social activist. Most important, How do we expose ourselves to the information and relational encounters that we might need to set our own hearts on fire with a purpose and a vocation? After a summarizing film, it'll be time to step out of ourselves and begin more deliberate living through wise discernment. What would that look like 10 years from now for me? Well, your final assessment will tell us just that. I hope you find this an attractive idea, and I look forward to seeing you in this course sometime soon.